AJ Brown's method apparently is reading a book. AJ Brown was caught this weekend, a member of the Philadelphia Eagles, during their victory over the Packers. He was reading a book on the sideline. It was not a playbook. It was not the Bible. It was a book called Inner Excellence. Train your mind for extraordinary performance and the best possible life. I will not have players reading any sort of books in my dugout. There should not be any sort of anything going on that you do pregame, that you get yourself going pregame. That does not carry into a game. We don't allow players to wear headphones. We don't allow players to watch videos. We don't allow players to do anything but what we put in the dugout: seeds, gum, iPads. Not for Netflix. AJ Brown reading a book on the sideline is inexcusable. I don't care what the book was. I don't care what he says his process was. AJ Brown was performing, and he's trying to make you feel stupid. He's trying to make you feel as though you're wrong for questioning what he's doing, because he does it all the time. Forget Jalen Hurts saying he's never seen him read. I'm curious what AJ Brown said. AJ Brown claims he does it all the time. He said he brings the book to the sideline every single game. It must be the first time that you've seen me on camera. Raise your hand if you believe that, because if you do, I've got a bridge for you and maybe a business idea. Explain to me how you think that no camera would have seen AJ Brown on the bench, on the sideline, reading a book, because there were extra cameras for the postseason. Horse hockey. The reason why nobody's seen it, nobody in the stands with a cell phone, no network with a camera. The reason nobody's seen it is he hasn't done it, because if he had done it, we would have seen video of it. It would have leaked already from AJ Brown's camp. The narrative that AJ Brown wants to make sure you don't have is that he was not trying to show up the Eagles organization by sitting on the sideline reading a book because he had been so uninvolved in the offense. The most logical explanation for what AJ Brown was doing was trying to prove a point to his coaching staff and to his front office. And we're ignoring it because AJ Brown is telling you, no, I was not frustrated at all. That's his quote. I figured that's probably what y'all thought. I wasn't frustrated. Why you always think I'd be frustrated? Dang, I read the book. I like to read it. You're buying it? Why does the coach have to back up the player? We ask our manager to have the backs of the players while keeping an eye up at the front office. We want the players to trust the manager. But when you're the manager or the coach, you're dealing with 26 guys or 50 guys. You have to be very careful how you defend one player, because other players are paying attention to everything you're saying. And if you treat one player differently, you're going to get caught. And if your only explanation is he's a superstar, that's going to fly. But if it's not a superstar, then you are stuck with an explanation of your inconsistency. Nick Sirianni doubled down. He wants you to know, when asked about this in an interview, he wants you to know he's fine. He actually specifically stated, I'm definitely okay with it. The crazy thing, he's been reading this book on the sideline for a long time. It just so happened the camera saw it this week. Does that sound familiar? That's the coach talking. Does that sound exactly like the player? I'm not sure. Did they coordinate this? He said some guys pray in between, some guys meditate in between. AJ reads. I am perfectly fine with a player being inside his own thoughts. I don't want any sort of public ability to see anything going on in our sideline other than pure professionalism, other than pure focus.